Hi, my name is Irvin.
Hi everybody, my name is Emmanuel Walda Mikhail.
Hi, my name is Adi. I fell in love with architecture after working as a consultant for an augmented reality exhibit. This was in 2019. It was at the exhibit Columbus Biennial, designed by Matthew Wazinski and Sean Lally. I fell in love with it because it seemed to me that architecture is a field that was integrative. It required you to combine science, technology, economics, and aesthetics. And most importantly, it had a deep appreciation for human well-being. And ultimately, that's kind of like what brought me to SciArc, because it was a place where I could pursue these endeavors with my own story, appreciative of my background, where I come from, and there's no better place.
My experience with SciArc was it gave me an opportunity to understand digital design, kind of in digital world representing architecture. So current students are very much lucky enough to get that education before they go out for practice.
What got me into architecture and design, and honestly, what even got me through architecture school was this concept of a story. While the building might look cool in elevation, section, plan, it's actually about the story of what you're making, not just the building, but anything you make. And as someone whose story revolves around the Black diaspora and revolves around creating futuristic spaces for all types of people, I felt that my story and the story of others that I met are important ones for the generations to come. And so I think that while I was at SciArc and while I practice now, I think that there are so many beautiful stories and identities that people express themselves and have that I don't think is showing in the world that we live in currently in terms of the built environment. And I'm not here trying to create solutions for every social issue that comes my way, but I think that the least an architect can do is as a whole, as a community, collaborate with these generations that are today and tomorrow, to showing that there are more stories other than what we consider the norm.
I'm a graduate of the 2022 Architecture and Technology postgraduate program, and I'm currently in the DTP postgraduate program. Currently, I'm working with some friends, and we just launched a startup. It's called The Little Things, and we're looking to integrate architecture, technology, and real estate, and hopefully make good design more accessible to everybody. Thank you.
I am arched to graduate from SciArc in 2014. I am originally from Ethiopia. I am currently a licensed architect in the state of California and Ethiopia as well. I am a project architect at Gensler, San Diego, and also teaching as an adjunct instructor at the New School of Architecture and Design.
I'm a architectural designer based out in South LA. I've been practicing for about 3 years since graduating from SciArc.
If I could just encourage students, it's just like lean more into your background and tell your unique story of what architecture is, because there's no better place than that than SciArc.
My advice for any student listening to this goes back to guess what I just said, that you actually already have a story that you weren't taught in architecture school. You went to architecture school to learn how to use tools and techniques and to read things in a different way, but all the actual hardcore knowledge of architecture, the important things in architecture, you actually already knew, because what matters the most in architecture is the narrations that happen while in the building and in the built spaces. And that's something you've always had, which is a story. And so moving forward, understand that your potential and everything about you is just getting started. And so, because your story still has a lot of pages to go, so very much believe in that, because it's very important. Thank you.